Mr. Grinch. You're a big horse's patoot. You're as ruthless as a gangster. You're as cuddly as a newt, Mr. Grinch. Take your contract offer with no basic cost of living increase and shove it up your snoot. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Hey, Mr. Grinch, can of Who hash? He loaded it all on his jet plane with glee.
And now,
said the Grinch,
I must load up the tree.
But as that mean Grinch carried the tree through the door, he heard tiny steps on the living room floor. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who. It was Cindy Lou Who was not more than 2. She stared at the Grinch and said,
Why, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
But you know,
Oh my God.
old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick,
My dear,
said the Grinch.
the economy's slow. Some luxury items for now have to go. You'll get them back one day. It's not the time yet.
Is that why you flew in on your own private jet?
Good job.
He led her back in, gave her forehead a smooch,
What?
then sent her to bed with some high-octane hooch. Then he went back to work with his creeping around, stealing his way through the sleeping Who town. It was 1:15 dawn when the Grinch stopped his thieving.
Pat's head is so big.
He looked at his watch, said,
I'd better be leaving.
He greedily grabbed everything he could get. Then he stuffed it all into his big corporate jet. All the presents, the ribbons, the bows and the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings, every dolly and board game, every sweater and widget. He planned to fly over a landfill and ditch it.
Pooh-pooh to the Who.
He was giggling sleazily.
They're just finding out I can rob them quite easily. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. The mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will know that they're screwed. And then they'll start singing the We're Screwed Who's Blues. That's a sound.
Grinned the Grinch.
That I simply must hear.
So he paused, and the Grinch put a hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But it wasn't defeated, it wasn't compliant. It couldn't be so, but it sounded defiant.
Ah!
Dores, Dahu, Dores, have a happy holiday.
It's terrifying.
Dores, Dahu, Dores, we're the union here to stay. Welcome, welcome, Fahu Ramus. Welcome, welcome, Dahu Damus. Through the hard times we will last. kiss our ass. Fahoo, four-rays, dahoo, door-rays. Have a happy holiday. Fahoo, four-rays, dahoo, door-rays. We're the union here to stay. That's it.
Yeah.
Out at Whoville, the Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't made them feel intimidated. To hear the Who's singing, they were feeling elated. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? The Who's didn't cower. The Who's didn't flinch. The Who's stood right up and said, "Kiss our ass, Grinch."
And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzling was sore. And the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe
He thought,
I can't steal from them. Maybe I'll just have to deal with them.
and what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's clenched sphincter was loosened that day. And the minute his sphincter didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. The toys and the food, he brought it all back. And he himself, the Grinch, signed the contract. The fight's been hard, the road's been long. We thank you all for standing strong. We're proud of you, we think you're great, members of Local 38218.
Ladies and gentlemen, the closing gag. One more time. Stand up. Ow! Thank you.